let's try not to go a little bit crazy about this, but there was a situation that happened, and I don't know what to think about it more than just laugh, because I feel like we can play around the question, we can play around the subject, and we can lie to ourselves, but it's quite obvious. So there's a lady out there that is planning to sue Lyft because the driver wouldn't let her sit in his car. And Lyft, if you don't know, it's like Uber. You order in a car from, basically you have a bunch of people that are just like signing up to Lyft, and they will offer the service of driving people from one spot to another, and you can accept orders. And this guy has like this car, and this lady is probably I've never seen someone in real life that large. And the guy says you need to order a bigger car because you can't get in. And she took that very hard to defense, like to herself. And this became like a big thing. We're just going to look at it, but try to be a little bit polite, guys. All right. I think we can say how things are as it is, but like, man, this is dumb. This is real dumb.
This woman just sued Lyft because her driver declined picking her up because she wouldn't fit in the car. Only in America do you hear stories like this, and that goes for the size and the lawsuit. So clearly,
I'll stay quiet. No, you're fine. You can say whatever you want, but just don't pop off. Listen, this lady here.
Pack here. So meet Deja Blanding. She's apparently a rapper that goes by the name of Dank Damas from Detroit, and she's recently decided to sue Lyft simply because one of the drivers didn't want to pick her up because he alleged that she couldn't fit in his car without damaging it. So then she starts to film this interaction.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space at my car is small.
I can fit in this car?
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me, you can't. Oh my god.
So, I'm sorry.
What am I gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel you. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me?
And I think that's enough. Like, he's gonna cancel. We're moving on. You can order another car. It is what it is. Yeah, let's play it.
I'm getting a Lyft because I can't fit in your car.
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What make you think I can't fit in a car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, at least he's being respectable.
I think he's being respectable.
It's small in the back.
And
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
just listening to that car, I mean, it's not
You telling me
at the healthiest condition
in your car,
either.
so I gotta order another Lyft.
Yeah. And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have
She's gonna break his tires. Oh my god.
no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL experience.
Order an Uber XL. Those big cars? Yeah, I can see that.
You know what? I don't never have to order an Uber XL.
You know, I'm really sorry.
That, I mean,
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Yeah, like, he's being very respectable about it. He's not trying to hurt her feelings here. Like, obviously,
I think that, like he said, like the guy said in the background, like the car does not sound like the best condition. If she's like so big, I think that he thinks that she can't fit in and she might damage like something in the inside. He doesn't want to take the risk, and I think he's being respectful. He's not really directly calling her fat. He's not. He's trying to just say like, you got to order something else, and I recommend ordering an extra large one. But I can understand her, but like, let's stop. If we're gonna lie about, like, and not look at the scenario here, what's going on, I think we gotta realize a little bit thing that if you are like in that over big size, you're probably gonna need a little bit more assistance. Like, it's the same thing when somebody in a wheelchair, they would order a car in extra large because of their physical condition. They need to get the wheelchair in, they want to sit in. So if you're like so extremely overweight that a regular car is like a risk situation, I think you should also order extra large. Now I can see how this can be an insult, but like it's more about like, let's not lie and I'll play around the situation, right? Like let's not lie to ourselves. I think most people would agree that that kind of makes sense. Does anybody disagree in the chat? Like I feel like I feel like this. Like I feel like this is a little bit ridiculous how far this has gone stretched out. Like I think this is stupid. Like I actually think this is a little bit stupid. I think it makes sense in a sort of style, and he's trying to not hurt her feelings in any sort of way. I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful and just saying like, I'm worried, like you should probably order this and it's a better option for you, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, you think that it's a marketing stunt because she's a rapper? I don't think so. I mean, we can put our tinfoil hat and think about that, and I think that's a good idea. But like, I'm gonna be real, I don't think this is a good marketing stunt in any sort of way.
Understand how her feelings can get hurt here, but this is definitely just blowing things way out of proportion by suing Lyft based on a business decision by one of their contracted drivers. Because let's be real, at the end of the day, no one owes you anything.
No, they can cancel, they can deny you for any reason, by the way. Like a driver can deny you for any reason. There might be that you are like, let's say if a driver accepts you and comes by and you smell like you look like shit, like you literally have shit on you. If I ordered a driver and I literally had shit on my shirt and on my pants, do you think the driver would accept me into their car? I don't think so. Okay. They can deny you for any reason. If it's your attitude, if it's what you have on, like if it's because you smell a lot or you're dirty or whatever, they have every reason. They're contracted. It's their decision. They have no obligation to accept you. So like, I think this is completely fine. She would take a long time getting in and out and possibly damage the car in a situation. There might be come to a reason to get out quickly. Like after a crash or car falling into the river, how would she get saved? You need to also think about it. Yeah, that's a good point. How would she get saved? You need to also remember that the driver has an obligation that she has, that she's protected, right? And if she cannot be protected during the driving experience, then it's the fault of the driver, you know, and he doesn't want to have that situation. I understand that the woman could be offended, but I think it's too much to sue. Like the driver can decide after all to take her or not. Yeah, exactly.
Lyft drivers, the
seatbelt might not even go around her. Yeah, exactly. If the seatbelt doesn't go around her, if her head goes through to the next seat itself, like there's many situations that could just make it unsafe.
They paid like what, $5 to $25 for an average ride.
I'm super clean about my personal car, and you need to remember that these drivers, these are their personal car. It's not a car they got for work to just sit in and fucking do their shifts. This is their own car that they're taking into this. They don't want to fuck it up.
Most people don't get tips. Why would you risk messing up your seat and your car for extremely little upside? To me, it seems like she's being a bit entitled and opportunistic here, because at the end of the day, this isn't Lyft's fault. Lyft drivers are not employees. They're independent contractors. Independent contractors, they're self-employed. So does that not mean that they have the right to refuse service? Because they have to cover the maintenance and the gas themselves. And there's no way it's good for a car if you're loading an entire payload for the back seat on one wheel. But let's see what she has to say about this.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that, you know?
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
I'm doubtful she'll fit in the back of a C-Class.
I'm like, oh, man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Don't believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me,
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
So I didn't know this was actually a thing, but I guess it makes sense because there is some truth to what the driver is saying about the tires and suspension. But I mean, either way, the largest expense for Lyft and Uber drivers are maintaining the vehicle and gas. And the Mercedes can hold roughly 1,000 pounds in total as its payload. So it makes sense that he doesn't want to put half of the car's weight limit on one back tire. And I mean, it would be fair to say once you reach a certain size, just like with airlines, you have to buy an extra seat, you would have to buy an XL Uber so you can fit comfortably. That's also just for your own sake. Like, don't you want to be comfortable while you're riding or using a rideshare service? Obviously, it sucks, but you can't force others to take on the burden of your life choices. But because of this video, I did some research on this, and apparently a passenger in the backseat can weigh up to the limit specified by the vehicle's manufactured payload capacity, which is the total weight of all passengers and cargo that can be safely carried by the car, and varies depending on the car model. Typically, this means a single adult passenger can weigh anywhere between 150 to 250 pounds.
Damn. Damn. I think it's more about the axle problem. The car isn't very high off the ground either. Yeah, you're right on that.
Okay, so I mean, like, it wasn't until doing research on this I found out this is actually a massive problem here in the US, since, you know, we're one of the top countries when it comes to obesity. So I mean, who would have known that like a lot of the bigger families here in the US are apparently driving around their cars above the payload capacity? That's something I learned today.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there.
Yeah, dude, his engine sounds not in the best condition.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at
Damn,
the
look at her
mic, is
go.
crushed by the whole situation.
Look at
I
her
just want them to know,
go.
like, it really hurt my feelings.
And also, what about the Lyft driver who likely lost their job for this? All because she didn't want to order
Did he lose his job? Like, that would suck. I mean, I get it because he put a lot of publicity, but that sucks.
an XL after he
I think that most of the people that have heard his case are like, come on, girl. That this is bullshit. Come on. You cannot fit that car. Come on. Stop this nonsense. I think everybody's on the driver's side. I'm gonna be real.
declined her. All she had to do would be, oh, okay, and order an XL, and there wouldn't be a problem here. But I'm also certain that the dude lost his job by trying to protect his car. And also, again, while listening to his car while idling, clearly it wasn't in the best shape. So he's just trying to save money where he can.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
Like, come on, sure. Like, under the law, it could be the same. But like for me, it'll be white boy summer the rest of my life. But I'm gonna make sure that it's not fat boy winter, or that's my goal. My goal is to avoid fat boy winter for myself. I'm trying not to repeat that weight gain I did when I first moved to the States back in like into 28.
Weight is a protected characteristic. It really depends on where you are in the world. I don't think it is in Europe.
2020. So the real OGs here on this channel, they know that I was probably
It depends on where you are in the US. I know it really does depend on where you are in the US, because they do have a big issue with, like, you know, like in Walmart. I think Walmart has to, for example, put in those scooters so that people can go through Walmart. Like, they have to. Or else they go against something with their, it's depending on the state's laws.
30 pounds heavier back then. Because
Yeah.
surprisingly enough, when I moved from Norway here to the US, heavier back then. Because surprisingly enough, when I moved from Norway here to the US,
You lived in Norway? What? That's crazy. Bro, I swear to God, I hear about my country and the most random moments ever. Is he Norwegian? He doesn't, I don't know. He kind of does, in some way, kind of do, I don't know.
and got access to American fast food and the good old corn syrup. Every single drink size is like, what, 30 to 50% larger than what it is in Europe? Yeah, your boy ballooned a bit. But
Yeah, I bet.
thankfully, we
Because like the drink sizes are much larger and the food portions are extremely big. So yeah, I think that most Europeans going to US get that, like, has that, like, I noticed that they're like confused. They can't finish their portion at all when they go to US because they're so big.
got that taken care of. You know, boys getting swole in the gym, you know? Yeah.
Hell yeah, bulk that. Let's go. Let's go.
Maybe not swole yet, but at least I'm not overweight anymore.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
Full-figured folks. Why are we tiptoeing here? That almost sounds like more of a slur. But here is an image of her sitting in the trunk of an SUV. And come on, I mean, after looking at this picture, there is no way that she can fit in the back of a beater C-Class. This whole situation just feels like something out of a Boondocks episode. And here is another picture of her in the driver's seat of an SUV, presumably with the seat all the way back. I don't know how the driver's gonna fit her in the back of his car in a small C-Class without damaging the car, at least damaging the seat. This lawsuit feels either like a cash grab or like an attention stunt to me. And I can't, maybe both.
So it's like you said, chat. It could be. I feel like it's just a cash grab. I'll be real with you. I feel like people try to sue each other for everything in the US. America sounds to me like a battle royale, like in a way. Like in some places there's a battle royale, but when it comes to suing you, it's like a thing everybody screams out as soon as they get an opportunity. So I feel like this might be just this girl is just trying to get money. Like she's just trying to get money. I don't think this is a social media stunt to get like more famous. I think she's just trying to get the bag. She's found a reason trying to go for it.
But still, like, I just don't feel like she was really that wronged here. Like, obviously, it's humiliating and it sucks. But like, is it really worth suing over? Just get a new Lyft, get an XL. I just don't see the reason to ruin this Lyft driver's life because of this situation.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I
Believe me, you
can.
can.
I really want people to see like what we go through as bigger people, you know?
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride.
Overall, this is going to be a super interesting case to follow. The comments on this news article are definitely not taking her side. In quote, I had a passenger her size and I failed to refuse my trip. My axle broke. Lyft did not help me with my repairs. I'm proud of that driver for standing his ground. She needs...
The thing is that exactly like Lyft has no obligation to assist the driver if their car is broken. And what the fuck is the driver going to do then? Like if the car is broken because of like whoever they put into the seat is causing it, the one jumping in the seat is not going to pay for it. Lyft's not going to pay for it. Now you have a driver that just has to spend a lot of thousands of dollars to fix their fucking car. Like that's not worth it.
To order an XL Lyft. People always trying to save $1 and forget about the poor drivers.
They do.
I hope she doesn't win. It's Lyft, not forklift. Okay,
Damn.
and the internet really ran with that one. Okay. Come on, guys. Lyft drivers get about $5 a ride and most passengers don't even tip. She weighs more than the car. When she ruins his car, who pays for the repair? Why wouldn't she spend the extra money on a larger vehicle? Let's not normalize this. She's 600 pounds. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. But other than that, YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy this video, so you should definitely check it out and subscribe if you're new. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I think that in the end of the day, I think that this is stupid. Like, I think this is just dumb. I hope she loses. Because this is dumb as hell, man. This is so fucking dumb. But you tell me down below what you think. Depends on what the comments say. That comment killed me. It's Lyft, not forklift. That's what the comment said. That's the top comment right there. And I agree. Anyways, y'all, if you tell me down below what you think. Like, I think this is ridiculous. Like the video if you enjoy it. Sub to the channel if you watch more. And if you want to yap with me live, you're free to come by my Twitch channel on twitch.tv/Charlie. Appreciate y'all watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.